Hey guys, I'm Frank.
I'm in for her. Sarge can't hear what I'm eating.
Okay. Today I'm going to be reading The Bread Theory. I read this through already, and I'm disturbed, to say the least. So, unless you're in for her, put down your peanut butter and jelly sandwich, please.
That's good.
You'll thank me later, trust me. Bread is all a figment of one's greedy and selfish imagination. They think of a heavenly and ethereal food that they may eat with honey, and they imagine bread. They can imagine it rising and what it smells like, but bread had never actually been invented yet. When you eat sandwiches, you think that the meat it between two nice soft pieces of bread, but in reality, you are holding greasy lunch meat smothered in mayo between your sweaty palms. Bread takes us to a faraway land, one that may blow another's mind. We become delusional and concentrate on the world's greatest food. This is when bread comes to mind. When you were thinking of spreading some strawberry or blueberry jam on a nice piece of bread, you were spreading it on your table. Toasters were invented for nothing, and bun bags just blow around on the streets of San Francisco. Bread can become supernatural, and this can be bad. I, the nice and enthusiastic guy, walked into the bread factory, leading a group for a tour, and then the door to the factory shut and locked. "What's going on?" an old hag asked from the back. I was drastically sweating, if that makes any sense at all. I'm sure it was just the wind, but it wasn't. Oh, how little did we know what was coming. I led the group through the machines, which did nothing, just mold and bend air, and the wind brushed up against my back. A single light bulb flickering from the ceiling went out, and the panic mode switch was flicked on. "Do not worry, my fellow bread eaters," I declared. "We shall get through this together." Then what happened next made me scream. One of the bread smashers fell over and crushed my hand. Blood spattered and sprayed all over the group, causing them to scream and make a run towards the door. "It's locked," a giant man with approximately 1,000 chins declared. Well, duh, we got locked in here from the outside," I yelled at the stooge. "Let's find a different way out, and then this will be the best tour ever," I said. That didn't raise the bread spirit, though. LOL, get it? Raise the bread. "Come on, guys, be sports," and we went the other way. I found an air duct and broke it with my bloody, shattered appendage, which hurt like crazy, but I dealt with the pain. Then I found myself leading a bunch of scaredy cats through a dark tunnel underground. The littlest girl in the tour was gravely crying. Then the tunnel split in half. "Which way?" the stooge asked. "You, old lady, lead the group over there, and I'll lead myself over here," and we parted with one another. Suddenly, there was a loud thud and a bang. "You all right over there?" I asked the old lady. "Fine," said he, "but can you help me? We're stuck in an air vent, not a street." "Okay, then." I continued leading myself, and then there was a dead end. I declared very gravely, "Crap," and then discovered myself falling an impossible height that would kill someone in their own landing border. Then another thud made me yell out a curse word and turn around. There was this giant mass like a bunch of squashed up bread, and it had freaking king eyes and a giant mouth that could make someone do a holly hop beat through their own spine. "I want bread," the monster
Same.
demanded of me. "Listen, idiot, you're made out of bread." "Oh yeah, thanks, forgot, dude, bye." Spelled B-Y. I kept walking and then found Dobie, a house elf, singing some song. "Dobie, let's get the heck out of here before someone gets hurt." "Ah, the famous Johnny Bread. How do they make that stuff again? My clumsy brain forgot." I farted. "Listen, Dobie, we need to get out of here." "Dobie wants bread." Thank you for the sound effects. My eyes narrowed. "Okay, then, if it's bread you want, it's bread you'll get." I put a knife on Dobie and skinned him right there. The blood going everywhere satisfied me. I love the sound of crushing bone and marrow globbing onto the floor. "Dobie. Dobie full yet?" I asked as I raised his dead, mutilated corpse to my ear. Dobie, are you happy now?" No responding -ness. "Well, jack you, I'm getting out of here so I don't crumble into a bunch of smashed pieces of dead blood." I knew I was going insane. The bread factory was doing it to me. The voices were telling me to rip my face out, slit my throat, and gouge out my eyes. I kept my eyes peeled, literally, for a knife so I could do so. I found one. Right at the turn of the duct, I found a rusty knife. I picked it up, smiling. I began to viciously crave my own flesh and tear out my eyes. I ripped off my limbs and smashed them into bits. I tore my eyes out and started eating them. I rolled over onto the floor and ripped my t-shirt off, slitting my stomach open and ripping out the entrails. This wasn't painful feeling at all. It felt good. I tore my insides and popped the ribs to get to the heart. I stopped. I wanted to rip it out the last. I popped the lungs and air was sucked out of me. Now, trying to catch my breath, I ripped out my hair and began slicing at the scalp to get it off. Hair was now all over me, but I didn't care. This didn't make any difference. I just wanted to teach myself a lesson. I felt my skull cap, pulled a hammer out of my stomach that I swallowed, and smashed it into my cap. Bits, one bone, and cartilage flew everywhere in a hyper-realistically way. I loved the feeling of pain. I stuck my fingers into the gooey brain and started warping it. Suddenly, everything in my view began warping and changing colors, probably because of my hurt brain. I remembered this word is supposed to be intestines, but it is spelled INTETESANS, so intestines, and stomach. I knew what to do, so I did it. I pulled them out and laid them beside me, happy with what I had done. Then I remembered, why wasn't I dead? I remembered the heart. It was still beating. So I took it out of my bloody has 3 O's by the way, mutilated hands and grasped it. Why am I not The end? With a question mark. Alright. So I got a couple things I want to say about this. This fucked me up. The grammar makes me want to stab whoever wrote this.
Then again, it is on the Trollpasta Wiki.
It is on Trollpasta, so it's purposely bad. But this is something, if you want to see for yourself, it's trollpasta.wikia.com/wiki/the bread theory. So if you want to explore by yourself, and I'm sorry this caught my attention, but on the sidebar here, recent wiki activity, it says Mr. Dickens, which looks pretty promising. So if you want to check out Mr. Dickens too, I'd recommend that. So thank you for reading. I'm sorry if this ruined bread for you forever.
No, it did it for me. I just ate a sandwich.
Yeah, she just ate a sandwich, but really, due to the bread theory, she was just putting peanut butter and jelly on her hands.
Delicious. But you know what, like, to be honest, like, the very start of this, like, it was stupid, but it had, like, potential. You know what I mean?
It did. Like, I thought that it would just go on to be like, bread is just a because the first sentence you could think, bread is all a figment of one's greedy and selfish imagination. I thought it would kind of continue on with that. I didn't think it would go to him wanting to rip his organs out.
And killing Dobby. I mean, isn't he already dead anyway? Like, in the 7th book?
I excuse me. I never read that, but I don't think I don't know. I don't know. And the monster made of bread, that, listen, idiot, you're made out of bread. Oh yeah, I forgot, thanks dude, bye. Spelled B-Y. That was my favorite part, I think.
I like whenever the grandma is like, can you help me? And he's like, we're in an air duct, not a street. I don't fucking remember.
Yeah, there's, random capital letters everywhere.
Like, someone should rewrite this, but, like, make it semi-serious, you know?
Yeah, like, I write myself, so, I mean, I think I could take this and try to write it, like, but I'll take it just from the perspective of bread is a figment of one's greedy and selfish imagination. No one would die.
Dobby wouldn't get skinned.
Dobby wouldn't be in there, and I definitely wouldn't talk about holding greasy lunch meat smothered in mayo between your sweaty palms, because that's gross as fuck.
Sounds pretty delicious to me.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Yeah. So I'm whatever name I gave myself for this episode.
And I'm Furter.
Oh, I'm Frank.
Frankenfurter.
Frankenfurter. There we go. That's why we did that.
Yeah. In case you guys couldn't tell. But this video, I don't know how long this is.
We're gonna check it. Windows Movie Maker for life.
Yeah, this video's almost like 10, so I guess.
Let's make it perfectly 10.
Okay. What else about bread? The sandwich I ate was pretty good. It was.
I personally like wheat bread.
Yeah.
They make makes good toast.
Yeah, I can eat that as toast.
Toasters don't exist either. It's all freaking my imagination. Okay, 10 minutes. Bye.